कैसे बताएं क्यों तुझको चाहे यारा बता ना पाए बातें दिलों की देखो जो बाकी आके तुझे समझाए तू जाने ना तू जाने ना.
This is our talk. I'm Jujhar Singh. He's a Pakistani singer with 2 million fans on Facebook. His fans say he's the best thing that's come out of Pakistan since Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. His fans also say that he's the most eligible bachelor in Pakistan. He's delivered some of the biggest hits in Bollywood film music in the last 6 years. Meet Atif Aslam. Hi Atif, a very warm welcome back to India.
Thank you.
How did a Pakistani boy who was just 22 years old at the time make it so big in Bollywood playback music?
It just happened to me, and I never thought that I'm going to make it this big. I recorded a song and put it on the internet, and somehow the other people really liked it. And then got a few calls from India, and they wanted me to sing for the Bollywood flicks. So then became a playback singer, all by the grace of God, and here I am.
Now you grew up in Lahore, and I heard you were passionately into cricket. You wanted to be a cricketer. You had absolutely no interest in music, and then suddenly something happened one day at home, and it changed. What happened?
I always wanted to be a fast bowler and got selected for it, and my parents didn't let me play. And afterwards, I started competing in the competitions in colleges, and one fine day, my friends they've heard me somewhere. They wanted me to sing Pehla Nasha on stage. So that's how it started. I went on stage and I did that, and a lot of people, they sort of praised me.
And then in 2004, you came out with your first album, Jalpari. It had hits like Bhigi Yaadein Ehsaas. I believe the album became like a youth anthem in Pakistan. How did the sort of world around you change after that?
I must say that people thought of me as someone who would, sit and look at the walls for hours and hours, and they would think of me as a psychotic character in the college, and
But what I meant was your whole lifestyle must have changed. I mean, you're suddenly walking in the streets of Pakistan and elsewhere, and people were asking for autographs. It must have been fun.
Yeah, I mean, it has always been fun. They give me that respect that you've dreamt of, and it feels great that so many people and so many youngsters and teenagers, they want to be in your shoes and they want to perform right there on the stage. And when I come to think of it, it's amazing.
A couple of days ago, I was on YouTube and I sort of, YouTubed your song Kuch Is Tarah. 5.7 million views over there.
Yeah, yeah. All by the grace of God. I mean, when I was writing that song, I didn't think of my love life. I started thinking about those kids. Started thinking about poverty and the people around me. When I thought about them, I tried my level best to put my feelings in there.
Well, it was a very nice song, Kuch Is Tarah. I really liked it. Maybe we can connect our viewers to a few lines of that song from you.
Sure, sure. It goes like, "Tu har ghadi, har waqt mere saath raha hai. हाँ ये जिस्म कभी दूर कभी पास रहा है जो भी गम है ये तेरे उन्हें तू मेरा बता दे कुछ इस तरह तेरी पलकें मेरी पलकों से मिला दे आंसू तेरे सारे मेरी पलकों पे सजा दे."
Very nice and a good voice. But what's interesting is that you actually never trained as a musician.
Well, I always wanted to get the training, but the people who have been trained, I've always heard from them that something from the ustads which diverts you from your style of singing. And I've always been scared of that because my style of singing is not something in particular.
You've been scared of being trained.
I've been scared, yeah.
So you don't think it's a disadvantage, you think for you it's worked as an advantage of sorts?
Of course, I mean, learning about the basics is, I mean, it'll be great. And I'm not saying that, I'm the great musician and all that. But, I mean, I think I'll lose that kind of style if I start doing it.
which is that you believe that you have a raw, natural voice and you want to keep it that way.
Yeah. I want to keep it.
Yeah, we're talking about how in 2004 you came up with that album Jalpari. Yeah. 2005, Bollywood came calling.
Yeah. Bollywood was it was a lot of fun. For the very first time when I landed Bombay, you know, you know, what a warm welcome in a different city altogether.
And your first film was Zeher, and you came up with this huge debut hit, Wo Lamhey.
Yeah. Well, Wo Lamhey, when I started writing it, I wrote that song. You know, it's really funny. We were back in times when I was 19. We bunch of friends, we were just sitting together, and it came in like, if I would say Wo Lamhey, my other friend would say Wo Baatein, the other would say Bhigi Yaadein. So you know, that's how it became.
The song developed that way.
So that's how it came into being. So it became a hit.
Well, it's such a huge hit, and I'll tell you what, before we go further, let's hear a bit of Wo Lamhey.
No? Okay. Na main jaanu, na tu jaane, kaisa hai aalam, koi na jaane, फिर क्यों है ये तन्हाई, कैसी है ये रुसवाई, गुम हो गए तुम, खो गए हम, वो लम्हे, वो बातें कोई ना जाने, वो बरसातें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें, वो भीगी भीगी यादें.
Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you very much. You know, until the time Wo Lamhey happened, you were relatively unknown in India, and suddenly your life must have changed over here in India as well.
Well, the thing was that people have heard, you know, at that point in time, they heard Wo Lamhey only. They didn't know who was the singer.
Yeah.
So, so you know, the credit goes to TERE, and you know, that was the first video that came in, and that's when people got to know that who Atif Aslam was.
Yeah, and suddenly the music directors of Bollywood must have been calling up and, you know, like, hi, is that Atif? You know?
Yeah, it was, it was pretty interesting actually. I mean, some people criticized and some people said that, you know, why this, you know, new singer is just there and, you know, singing all of a sudden.
In fact, I'll tell you what, you're talking about some of the criticism that came. Yeah. Let's briefly touch upon that because, you know, with your success in Bollywood, as you said, came some criticism. Yeah. You had fellow playback singers like Sunidhi Chauhan who said that, oh, Atif is overrated, he can't sing. Even Abhijeet, I believe, said he's a non-singer. Yeah. How did you look at these comments?
I think I take them very positively and I really don't like to respond them, and I think every artist and every particular musician has the aura and a time where you're on, you know, on your peak. And I feel amazing that, you know, these big stars have enough time to criticize about this youngster who just come and joined the industry. And I've always taken it very positively.
So you're feeling really flattered, actually.
Yeah. I'm really flattered.
Have you met Sunidhi and Abhijeet since then?
I've worked with Sunidhi after
these
that.
Comments?
Yeah, of course.
What was the interaction like?
I think she's a wonderful human being, and she's a great singer.
Yeah, but when you meet Sunidhi and Abhijeet, there's a little bit of a, you know, that.
I'm not going to say I haven't met Abhijeet.
I mean, it would be natural, let's put it that way.
Yeah. But it was certainly natural, but, you know, I didn't mind actually Sunidhi criticizing me. I didn't mind at all, and there was no tensions happening in between us.
But, you know, you've had quite a lot of criticism even apart from Sunidhi and Abhijeet, you had a film director like Mahesh Bhatt who once described you as, you know, thinking that, oh, Atif thinks he's cat's whiskers, and he started promoting another Pakistani singer, Mustafa Zahid. I mean, you know, what was going on?
Yeah, well, I think Mahesh Bhatt always wanted to have that side of music coming in here. That's why, I mean, the reason of his films being popular, the music is being popular, is just because, you know, you're getting that new voice coming in. But getting an Atif Aslam clone, I don't think so that'll work out for any of them.
Well, if you've had some people in Bollywood snapping at you, you've also had some Bollywood people who've been singing your praises. I mean, you had Bipasha Basu once tweeted, beginning the day with Atif Aslam's best songs, wish he would sing those songs for me only.
Well, it was great to hear that. And back in times when I was here in Bombay, I met.
I mean, she was flirting online over there.
Well, I met John actually, and John used to, he told me that whenever we used to go on drive, we always used to listen to your songs, and it was pretty cool actually when they were together. I mean, and I was flattered, and certainly I really didn't know that how to respond to her tweet though. But I remember that I was performing in South Africa maybe or somewhere else, and she wanted to come, but to the gig actually would have been a lot of fun.
So you haven't actually sung for her yet?
Not yet, not yet. I've met her, but I have not sung for her.
Who's your favorite Bollywood actress?
Zeenat Aman, I would say.
I heard you once had a crush on Sonali Bendre.
Once. Well, yeah, I mean, probably when I was 23, 22, yeah.
What about from the current crop?
I think they all look pretty hot, pretty, pretty amazing.
But if you had to pick one?
It'd be a little difficult. Let's go to the next question.
You got to be diplomatic while working in the industry.
Certainly, certainly.
Okay, so carrying on with your Bollywood singing then, after, Wo Lamhey in Zeher, you had Kalyog, Bas Ek Pal, Race in 2008. In fact, in Race, you had that big hit song, Pehli, Nazar, a super romantic song. Tell you what, maybe before we go forward, why don't we hear a little bit of that song now?
Oh, yeah, sure. हर दुआ में शामिल तेरा प्यार है हर दुआ में शामिल तेरा प्यार है बिन तेरे लम्हा भी दुश्वार है धड़कनों को तुझसे ही दरकार है तुझसे राहतें तुझसे चाहते तू जो मिली एक दिन मुझे मैं कहीं हो गया लापता हो जाने जा दोनों जा मेरी बाहों में आ भूल जा. This goes out to Bipasha. हो जाने जा दोनों जा मेरी बाहों में आ भूल जा मेरी बाहों में आ भूल जा मेरी बाहों में आ भूल जा.
Very nice. After all these years, you finally sung for Bipasha Basu.
Yeah, finally, finally. I hope she's not watching.
I'll tell you what, let's take a break now. When we come back, we'll ask you to sing that other huge hit of yours, Tera Hone Laga Hoon. We'll also ask for your relationship status. We'll be right back on our talk.